My dear children, the time has come for the Lord to take me under his wing and grant me the pardon that befits me, as I now patiently expect my dying hour, when my life will, at last, be rounded with a sleep. I chose to use the leftovers of my mortal strength to grant you these last pieces of wisdom and revelation. Do not let the shame I have brought upon our family leave you in the dark abyss of hopelessness forever. Your father may no longer be a respected man, but neither is the one who replaced him, Prospero, who did not deserve the birthright he was given. I know that you have lived a life 10 times more sombre than that your father ever had to go live, but let that be no obstacle to your future endeavours. It may be difficult to understand at first the tale I am about to tell you, but I can assure you everything will be explained promptly. It will sound foreign to you, but long before you appeared in this world, long before your father found your mother, you could have been born as the heirs of the Dukedom of Milan. Milan was not only the place where I was born, it is also the dukedom I should have been inherited. I can imagine your eager faces as you read this, thinking at last you may find out the true reason for your father's banishment. You're wondering whether I'm as evil as they say, whether there might be a secret speck of honour in me. Am I really a traitor? Milan did well under your grandfather, but when my older brother, Prospero, inherited the title, he could not handle the responsibility of being a duke. He was raised that way, thinking he could do no wrong, thinking everything was his to play with, the dukedom, the people, his duties. I guess that is the privilege of being a firstborn son. I never had that privilege, to be neglectful, to put my own passions first and do as I please. From the day his eyes first blinked, he knew that by birthright Milan was his, that I would be left with nothing, and he felt invincible, invulnerable. He asked me, instead of him, to take care of the exhausting necessities, ordering me around as if I was a spirit, capable of serving each and every one of his whims, rather than a man with his own will. He placed his duties second and his passions first, read books of sorcery all day, and thought I shall, for the rest of my life, do him the favour of servitude. Why should he have reaped the benefits of my natural talents? He would have let the dukedom rot, as long as it meant he can keep his power and never be challenged. They will speak ill of me and insult me, years after my death, but I shall die knowing I did the right thing. I saved the dukedom because I could see I was best suited for the role. I did not act on a whim, however. I was sure I deserved a dukedom more. I have always been sure of it. It was not out of greed, it was out of the knowledge that I am not a neglectful and cruel man. Yet, he always was, ever since we were young boys. Prospero was always the favourite, always number one. He let the compliments of our parents and his birthright conceal his existing flaws. He saw himself as godlike. I had begged my entire life for recognition, knowing I'd be lost in the darkness of his shadow, but his selfishness would obliterate me. It would have obliterated all of Milan. My entire childhood was permeated by a feeling of worthlessness, a feeling of abandonment. I knew that with his egoism and arrogance, advice would never work. The man had to be driven out of Milan, and quickly so. But a genomic darkness haunted me. It caught up on me, a ghost of the past, as if obligated to ruin what I had rescued. He returned like a phantom, with that ignorant, wild child of his, as if she was any more innocent than my own kin. May it be cursed that day on which we voyaged to Claribel's wedding and encountered his tempest. I should have known he may still be alive, helped by the traitor Gonzalo, and boiling with bitter and vengeful ambition to punish me for righting his wrongs.